Welcome to our channel. Today, we're sharing a beautiful story from Japan called The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. This is a magical story about love, dreams, and a girl from the moon. So sit back, relax, and let's begin this enchanting journey. Once upon a time, in a small village near a big green bamboo forest, there lived an old bamboo cutter named Takutori. He was a kind man with gentle eyes and a big heart. Every day, he worked hard to cut bamboo and make a living. His hands were rough from years of labor, but his spirit was always cheerful. Takutori lived in a cozy house with his wife, who was also very kind. They shared a simple life, filled with laughter and love. But there was one thing they both wished for: a child. They dreamed of having a baby to love and care for, and every night, they would look up at the stars, hoping their wish would come true. One sunny day, while Takutori was deep in the forest, he noticed something unusual. One of the bamboo stalks was glowing with a beautiful golden light. His heart raced with curiosity. What could it be? With excitement, he carefully cut the bamboo open. To his amazement, inside was a tiny girl, no bigger than his hand. Her skin sparkled like the stars, and she had big, bright eyes that seemed to hold the mysteries of the universe. Takutori couldn't believe his eyes. He gently picked her up and cradled her in his hands. When he returned home, Takutori showed his wife the tiny girl. They were both astonished and filled with joy. They named her Kaguya-hime, which means Moonlight Princess. Kaguya-hime grew quickly, as if time moved differently for her. In just a few months, she looked like a regular little girl. She was cheerful and playful, with a laugh that sounded like music. Takutori and his wife were overjoyed to have her in their lives. As the seasons changed, so did Kaguya-hime. She blossomed into a stunning young woman. Villagers from far and wide came to see her, drawn by tales of her beauty and grace. She was more beautiful than any flower and as gentle as a breeze. The villagers would talk about Kaguya-hime, saying she was like a goddess. But deep inside, she felt something different. Sometimes she would gaze up at the moon and feel a strong pull, as if it was calling her home. On clear nights, she would sit by her window, lost in thought. As Kaguya-hime reached young adulthood, many noblemen wanted to marry her. They brought her beautiful gifts: gold, silk, and jewels, hoping to win her heart. They thought that with their treasures, they could impress her. But Kaguya-hime was not easily swayed. She wanted something deeper than gold and silk. One day, she gathered the suitors and said, "If you truly wish to marry me, you must complete a challenge. Bring me treasures that no one else can find." The first suitor was very proud. He boasted that he would bring her a jewel from a fierce dragon. He set off on his journey, confident that he would succeed. He thought to himself, how hard can it be to find a dragon? But when he found the dragon, he was terrified. The dragon was huge, with scales that shimmered like diamonds and eyes that glowed like fiery coals. The dragon roared loudly and breathed fire. The nobleman ran away as fast as he could, leaving empty-handed. Kaguya-hime smiled, knowing he did not truly understand her heart. The second suitor was eager to impress Kaguya-hime. He was sent to fetch a magical rope from a phoenix. The phoenix was said to be a beautiful bird that could light up the sky with its feathers. He traveled far and climbed high mountains, searching for the mythical creature. When he finally saw the phoenix, he was amazed by its beauty. The phoenix glowed in vibrant colors, and its wings sparkled in the sunlight. But when he asked the phoenix for a feather, the bird laughed and soared high into the sky, leaving him behind. The suitor returned empty-handed, and Kaguya-hime's smile faded a little. She knew that these treasures were not what she truly desired. The third suitor was determined to win Kaguya-hime's heart. He heard of a rare flower that bloomed only at midnight. He believed he could find it easily, but the night was long and dark, and he could not find the flower. He searched and searched, but it eluded him. By morning, he sat on the forest floor, tired and sad. He returned to Kaguya-hime with nothing in his hands. He realized that he had not truly understood her challenge. Kaguya-hime listened to him, but deep down, she felt a sense of longing for something more than what these men could offer. The final suitor was very clever. He wanted to impress Kaguya-hime by finding the elixir of life, a drink said to make someone live forever. He thought, with this, I will win her heart. He traveled to a distant mountain where the elixir was hidden, but when he reached it, a fierce guardian stood in his way. The guardian had eyes like burning coals and a roar that shook the ground. The suitor tried to trick the guardian, but it didn't work. Defeated and embarrassed, he returned without the treasure. Kaguya-hime felt sad for all of them, for they did not understand her heart. One evening, under the glow of the full moon, Kaguya-hime felt a deep sadness in her heart. She looked out at the shining moon and knew she had to share her secret with her parents. Kaguya-hime gathered her parents and said softly, "I have a secret. I am not from this world. I am a princess of the moon. Soon, I must return home." Her parents gasped in disbelief, and tears filled their eyes. On the night of the full moon, a magical carriage made of light appeared in the forest. It shimmered and sparkled, illuminating the trees around it. Kaguya-hime stood next to it, her heart heavy with sadness. Takutori and his wife rushed to her side, tears streaming down their faces. They hugged her tightly and promised, "We will always love you, our sweet daughter. You are our greatest treasure." Kaguya-hime smiled through her tears, promising, "I will always remember you. You are my true parents." The moment was bittersweet, filled with love and sorrow. The carriage floated into the night sky, carrying Kaguya-hime back to her home on the moon. Takutori and his wife looked up, hearts aching with loss. They felt a deep love for their magical daughter, even as she disappeared into the stars. As Kaguya-hime looked down from the carriage, she could see the bamboo forest and her beloved parents. In that moment, they felt connected, even though they were far apart, a bond of love that would never fade. After she left, the villagers missed Kaguya-hime deeply. They gathered each year on the night of the full moon to remember her. They told stories about her beauty and kindness, passing down her tale to the next generations. Parents shared the tale of Kaguya-hime with their children. They taught them that true love is not about gifts or challenges, but about understanding and caring for one another. Each story was a reminder of the love that Kaguya-hime had given them. Years went by, but the legend of Kaguya-hime lived on. Every full moon, the villagers would gather outside, looking up at the bright moon, telling stories about her adventures. Children would listen with wide eyes, imagining Kaguya-hime dancing among the stars. One old man would always tell the children, Kaguya-hime was not just a princess. She was a reminder that love is the greatest treasure of all. Never forget that true beauty comes from within. From that day on, every time the villagers looked at the moon, they remembered Kaguya-hime. They celebrated her life by planting bamboo in their gardens, a symbol of love and hope. They believed that as long as bamboo grew, Kaguya-hime's spirit would be with them. And so, the bamboo forest became a special place. It was filled with laughter, joy, and the spirit of Kaguya-hime. People came to enjoy its beauty and to share their dreams, just like Takutori and his wife once did. Thank you for joining us on this magical journey through the tale of the bamboo cutter. If you love this story, please give us a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more wonderful tales from around the world. Until next time, keep dreaming and believing in magic.